We met at a job about 7 years ago. Mike was actually my boss. And we got married 2018, February 2018, and then had 2 kids. Abigail was born on the 20th of July, and she was a planned C-section because she was breech. Everything went fine with the delivery. 11 days later, on the 31st of July, and I suddenly passed 2 very large blood clots the size of my fist, completely out of nowhere, and I stood up and I was really, really dizzy. I just suddenly realised that I was just pouring with blood. So Mike called 999. In total, they estimated that I lost about between 4 and 4.5 litres of blood. I had 4 blood transfusions of red blood cell, 4 transfusions of plasma, and 2 of cryoprecipitate, which is an element of plasma. And in the following days I had another 2 red blood cell transfusions, so I had a total of 12 blood transfusions to save my life. So whilst I was in theatre, my condition deteriorated so much, I'd lost so much blood that I developed a condition called DIC, where you lose so much blood that your system goes into overdrive and tiny blood clots form all over your body. This uses up all of your clotting factors. It's a very serious life-threatening condition, which leads to organ failure. It was very scary. I was very traumatised. It was very raw. So as they wheeled me into the theatre, I remember saying to him, "Tell my girls that I love them," because we both thought that I was going to die and that I wasn't going to come out of that theatre.
I was terrified. I didn't know what was happening. I was trying to stay strong and in control for Kate and the girls, but really all that was going through my head was, what if I lose my wife? How do I tell my kids that their mum's not coming home? You know, I certainly wouldn't have my wife sitting next to me on this couch if it wasn't for those people donating blood. It's scary to think that if people didn't take half an hour, 45 minutes out of their day to give blood, that this would be a different conversation. When I was 17 and a half, I developed a condition called ulcerative colitis, and it can cause blood loss. My blood levels were so low that I required a blood transfusion. I actually had 2 pints of blood, and it was a weird experience, but I'm really thankful for those people as well. It doesn't take much to give blood, but it means a lot to those that receive it.
We just want to say thank you to everybody that gives blood, and in particular the people that donated for Mike, and the 12 people that gave blood and blood products for me. 100%, obviously losing nearly all the blood in my entire body. There's no doubt without those, my children wouldn't have a mother and my husband wouldn't have a wife. It's the best thing you can give this Christmas.